let's talk date ideas. So I'm going to give you 10 creative date ideas that you can use when you go on a date. I'm Ceza Ouzounian. I'm a relationship and love coach, and I help women release the inner blocks so that they can have their dream relationship. And I thought it would be quite nice to do a video on some ideas for dates. So personally, for a first date, I would probably go for a coffee or for a drink in a bar, just because it's short. And if I don't really get on with the person or there isn't that chemistry, I don't really want to be spending loads of time with them. And a drink or a coffee is quite quick, and you can make your excuses and leave. Me and my husband, on our first date, we went for a coffee. He was 20 minutes late, but I'll let him off. And our second date was a bowling date. I did not win, and I am not a good loser. He didn't think there would be a third date. Anyway, and then we got married, so it's all good. So yeah, 10 date ideas for you. Number 1 is a dance lesson. So this can be whatever dancing style you're into, something for you to do together, have a bit of fun. It's physical, so get some body moving, and it's just a great way to connect without having to force conversation, especially if you find it tricky to make conversation, especially with someone you don't know that well. So it's fun, it's good music, you can just move the body, you can check out their dancing skills, you can show off your dancing skills, and it's a little bit of fun. Number 2, a museum crawl. So instead of a traditional pub crawl, you could do a museum crawl. Find museums that include things that you love. So let's say you are into art and you love art museums. You can pick out a whole bunch of museums and then just go from one to the other and just have fun looking at art. It can make this quite a, you can make this a full day thing. You spend a lot more time together. You can talk about the art that you're seeing. It gives you something to talk about, which is, again, if you find it tricky to make conversation, that is a really good way to have something to talk about and share your interests. Number 3, a pottery class. This, again, is a fun way to get creative, to make something, to have fun together. If you've never done pottery before, it might be quite a fun thing to see what happens and what you create. A great way to have natural conversation without feeling forced. You're doing something, you're not just constantly focusing on each other. You are focusing on each other, but your focus is on the pottery, and it's just a great way to connect and have some fun. Number 4, mini golf. I'm terrible at mini golf, but it can be a really great way just to have some fun, have a laugh. If you are terrible like I am, then you can have a laugh because it's taken you 20 goes to get the ball in. If you're great at golf or mini golf, you can show off your mini golfing skills. Again, it's fun, you're moving around, you're having a bit of a laugh. You may get a little bit competitive, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it also shows you how they are in that kind of competitive environment. If they get really angry and start having a tantrum or shouting, then you may rethink whether you want to be with them. But it's just a fun way to spend some time together. It's not necessarily all day activity. You can spend a short amount of time together, do your mini golfing, and there's lots of places you can do it indoors, which is amazing. So you don't have to be outdoors if it's raining or whatever, and it's fun. Number 5, a cat cafe. If you both love cats and you want to get a coffee, why not go to a cat cafe? You can spend some time with the cats and stroking them and cuddling them and whatever the rules are in the cat cafe. I think in some places you're not allowed to do that, but it's just a nice way to chill out together. You are with your cats, you can talk about cats. Again, you can spend a bit more time focusing on each other, but you've got that distraction of the cats if you are finding it difficult to create conversation. And you know, I am the same. Conversation doesn't always come easily, so having that kind of doing something really helps just allow myself to relax and be able to have a natural conversation. So this is a really good way. And who doesn't like cats? If you don't like cats, that's not so good. Number 6 is borrow my doggy. So maybe you're not a cat person and you prefer dogs. And this is a website my friend told me about called Borrow My Doggy. I think it's UK based, so if you're outside UK, you might not have this kind of option, but it's basically you borrow someone's dog, you take them for a walk, and then return the dog. But if you both love dogs and you want to go on a walk and chat in that kind of way, this is a really great date idea. You can walk around the park, you can spend some time with someone else's dog, especially if you love dogs and you can't have one in your house or your flat. It gives you something to talk about, and you're outdoors, and it's another fun way to spend some time together. And again, you're a bit more focused on each other, but you've got that distraction of a dog, and it might bring up lots of things to talk about, and you're sharing your interest of dogs. Number 7, kayaking. Maybe you want something a little bit more physical. Why not kayaking or canoeing or something outdoors on the water? That can be a really great way to spend some time together, have fun together, have a laugh together. You know, it could be things like paddleboarding as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be kayaking, but it's about getting outdoors and having fun, doing something a bit more physical, having a laugh, and you're spending time together and just allowing yourself to relax and be yourself, and it's fun. So I think all of these are fun, but you know, it's about just enjoying yourself in that moment. Number 8, a scavenger hunt. And this is so much fun. You can order a scavenger hunt pack from different websites. You can get one for your city. It gives you loads of clues and you have to go around your city finding the different things that you need to find. And it's a really great way just to get around your city, spend some time together. You've got an activity to do. You might get a little bit competitive. Why not have fun? You're outside, you're spending some time together, you're having conversations, you're wandering around the city. It's just a lot of fun. And if you love scavenger hunts, this is a great way to spend it with someone you are on a date with. And working together and seeing how you work together. This can be really big clue to how the relationship might develop. If you guys really can't work together, you're really different, it's going to come up and you're going to notice it. So it's a great way to see how do we work together? Will we be able to solve puzzles together? Will we be able to follow clues together? What strengths do they maybe have that you don't? And you can combine them so that you are working together in a really nice way. Number 9 is a ghost tour. Maybe you both love horror, and a ghost tour is a really great way to share that passion for horror. I wish my husband was into horror so I could go on a ghost tour, but he is not. But this is fun, and there's loads around different cities. You can go on like a bus tour, you can go on a walking ghost tour. There's some around Halloween, there's always different ones that come up, and it's a really nice way to spend some time together doing something that you both enjoy. Getting scared, exploring ghosts. Yeah, and you're spending time together, but the whole focus isn't on each other. You've got these the tour guide showing you around all the different ghost spots, and I'm sure you can get ghost tours which are a bit like the scavenger hunt, so you get a pack and you can walk around yourself if you want to, rather than in a group. But it's fun, and you get to explore your city and find all the haunted spots, and yeah, and spend some time together. You've got something to talk about afterwards as well, and it's a little bit different. Number 10 is axe throwing. This is going to be my and my husband's date night next. And it's again a physical thing you can do. You can go and have some fun throwing some axes, and then maybe get a drink afterwards and just chill out and talk about it. But it's a fun thing to do. It has lots of laughs, and it's something slightly different. And I think it would be a lot of fun to do. So yeah, those are just 10 ideas for date nights. What ideas do you have? What date nights have you been on that have been a really fun and creative way to spend some time together, spend some time getting to know each other? I'd love to know what kind of date ideas you've come up with. Drop it in the comments so I can check them out. And yeah, why not make our dates more creative than just going for dinner? Or not that going for dinner isn't a good option. I do love to go for dinner, but for having a little bit more creativity to our dates is always fun. So let me know your ideas below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.